Tell the government right now, tell you right now if you're listening, NSA, CIA, I'm available, okay? If you show me all the real wreckage, I swear to God, I will make fun of that crap to the end of time. I'll make up stories. I'll lie to my mother. I don't care. You show me a UFO, I'll lie to my mother. So when you see these crisscross patterns across the sky, what do you believe is happening?
See this square in the clouds.
What do you believe is happening?
See this square in the clouds with the ice crystal leaping up. And they did not let me answer that question. Joe posed the question, and now we've jump cut to another conversation. So in editing, what Joe has left, he's left a question dangling. Cut. And now they've brought in my answer, my reply from a different question. How to mold the story in editing.
You believe that there's some sort of technology that's controlling the weather?
Sure. They want to claim climate change or carbon dioxide, but that doesn't make sense. It just doesn't wash. So there has to be some other delta, some other data, some other change that they're not considering. And in my opinion, it's zombie storms. Seriously. And in my opinion, it's zombie storms. Seriously. Another edit. I would have never said zombie storms in that thing. In fact, in our discussions before I flew to Burbank, the producer kept bringing up zombie storms, and I'm like, WTF, what are you talking about with zombie storms? There is no such thing. And so they're editing to try to get that zombie storms, because if you're going to create this headline for a piece or a segment, you need something. Man versus man, or brother versus brother, or zombie storms, something that is of high interest or is sensational, and that's what they're doing with sound editing. Zombie storms? Seriously, that's all in editing. That's a lie. I never said it in that sequence. And in my opinion, it's global weather engineering, geoengineering. And in my opinion, it's zombie weather engineering, geoengineering. What else is there out there that they have not been forthright about? And that, I believe, is HAARP. Really? Seriously. And that, I believe, is HAARP. Really? Not. Seriously. There's a hard stop with that voice and to where I begin, and then that makes audio editing very, very simple. And that, I believe, is HAARP. Really? Seriously. And that, I believe, is HAARP. Really? Seriously. Hey, everybody. You probably watched the Joe Rogan Questions Everything episode of the Sci-Fi Channel that aired this July 31st. They first contacted me back in early July. David Marcus was the senior producer who wrote me the initial email back then, and it was his goal, at least as conveyed to me, to get this topic into the mainstream, to make the debunkers eat their words, not his words, but essentially the concept of what this project was supposed to do. There was so much evidence, it was so clear, so self-evident, as he expressed it to me, that it was a slam dunk. Now, with a project that had that intent expressed to me up front, I wanted to be a part of. And so I let A. Smith & Company, who was a production house for this, have access to what I had.
Uh-oh, here we go. HAARP. Every conspiracy theorist's ears just got a little bit bigger. For those of you who don't know what HAARP is, it's a top-secret military installation. The strange weather patterns, the zombie storms. Even though it's clear that something's going on, I'm not buying that chemtrails are causing all these things. I'm going to talk to a man next. His name is Mick West, and he runs a debunking website where he clearly and scientifically analyzes all of the problems with the conspiracy theories behind chemtrails. Well, hello, Mick.
Hey, Joe.
Thanks for taking the time to educate us.
Yep.
Are chemtrails real?
No, it's impossible to make a mile-wide trail by spraying powder.
What are your thoughts on weather manipulation in the first place? What are your thoughts on, like, HAARP?
Well, there's really wild speculation about what HAARP could actually do. Like it could, create earthquakes and change the weather. But that's just basically wild speculation. Just because there's HAARP patents that say, you can cause earthquakes, it doesn't mean anything.
The fears of HAARP, you feel, are just based on ignorance.
Illuminati and George Bush.
That's right,
Black
seriously.
Follow me home every night. Black helicopters follow me home every night because they know I'm going to tell the people. The Second Amendment rights, ladies and gentlemen, come and take your guns.
George Bush is a devil worshiper, and that they just caught the skull and bones on tape.
I can't believe it.
The New York Observer.
We're coming, ladies and gentlemen, we're one day closer to victory.
It's all coming right now. We're one day closer to victory. We're going to win this thing.
Absolutely.
What are we winning? Our freedom.
They're trying to control the pussy supply. That's what it is. George Bush wants to own himself.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's all about.
The people around the world
and guns.
The people around the world have the little dick syndrome.
And the owl god.
That's right. The Algot also, yeah. He's got a major problem.
Major problem. Yeah, that too. He fucking knows that Constitution inside and out.
I do know it's juries. This out of control psychotic ninja warfare demon is over here making me look foolish. And now FEMA is gonna take over. And Hitler was for your fucking guns. Because only slaves are disarmed. And see, now I'm cussing. And the devil made me do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for my evil.
The devil's a dirty white comedian from New Jersey. That's
He
the
is.
devil. He just twist you with lies and disinformation.
No,
Make you think that it's all funny. It's all funny games. And that's all bullshit, right? Rock and roll, fucker!
Well, it's income tax. They made the income tax and then it meshed in with the bankers. What's the 17th?
Rock and roll!
What's the
Explain these theories to strippers. That's what I want to get on video. That's what we need to do next.
We'll have to go out tomorrow and do that, but I'm only doing this
Helicopters.
as a
Black
Christian.
helicopters are trying to take your vagina, take your right to strip, take your right to lap dance. There's a reason why there's a 3-foot rule in Texas now. That's the fucking Illuminati and George Bush and the Second Amendment, 23rd Amendment.
Well,
will
George
be
Bush,
a 3-foot
they
rule.
sacrificed the strippers out of Bohemian Grove.
Absolutely, sacrifice strippers. The fat ones, when they get 40, when they hit 40, that's it.
How'd you know that? Kathy O'Brien. After the mind control slaves have been used, I'm serious, around 35, 40, they kill them in a snuff film. And the reports are
Vagina dries up.
Hunter S. Thompson is the director of Bohemian Grove snuff films.
Hunter S. Thompson is, really.
That's what former State Senator John DeCamp
That's
says.
his penance for making that fucking shitty movie with Johnny Depp. That's what it is, dude. All right, dude, take it easy. See you, man, guys. Good night, take it easy.
No, but seriously, Joe,
All right, where's the fucking street bar?
Joe is surrounded by maps, Joe promotes maps, and Joe is funded by maps. Okay? And maps is corporate, maps is a cultural change, a cultural shift, and there's an entire CIA, MKUltra agenda behind it. Now, if you don't understand the history of the cultural MKUltra movements, please look into Jan Irving and his research. He's done such a wonderful job at laying it all out and getting all the evidence out there. That's what this is. Okay? So let's go back to these. Maps is Rockefeller funded. Rockefeller funded again from Maps website. The David Rockefeller family concludes to the obituary, encouraging people to honor Richard Rockefeller's memory by contributing nonprofit organizations, including Maps. Okay. Rogan used to try to be slick with it, and he would just be like, "Oh yeah, you should do the 23andMe because they tell you all your health risks," and he would promote it. That's how his podcast works. Every other sentence in his podcast is a corporate plug or a cultural plug, a cultural agenda or a corporate agenda. For example, he'll mention some pasta that he gets from Italy and acts like he dislikes the product. No, he's getting paid to do that. That's how his podcast works. Okay, people need to understand that. And his influence is beyond anything we've ever seen. His podcast is so influential. He is by far the most crucial asset for the information age at this point in time.